Founding member. That man is none other person else but a father, a leader, a teacher, and a revolutionary founding father figure of the Indomitable Mother Coalition for Democracy. So may we all increase our hearts to welcome the Russian father of our revolution, Papa Bia. Thank you so much. Viva, 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 luta, luta.
This is DTV Online Live.
All our partisans, our loves in this campaign.
Former President George Wanawina about to speak.
Gotolo here today from Tomu. I'm here today to talk.
This is DTV Online.
Thank you, friends and family, members of the Congress of Democratic Change, Coalition for Democratic.
Gotolo here today from Tomu. I'm here today to talk to you. I make it today. It made me vex. I hear it from the radio. I never hear it from anybody. I hear it from radio. I can play radio every day. I make it. I come here today to tell you, Yagakwawa, and I know you, but you know me. La.
Congress. First of all,
for you to go Steve on the web post.
Yeah, he said I'm joining to go Steve to the web minister to get money into the so they will go take it from there. I said, my man, I only bad for the same lecture.
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go Steve.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in a around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be I'll call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave for your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
Yeah, to go Steve now.
No, I'm not go Steve. I go Steve. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I see.
When they call you in the night now.
When they call me in the night.
Yeah.
he asked me, say, how many of y'all working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
The message you want to give you what?
tea. Hot
What is it?
milk tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside.
You add into my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry now so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
In a G. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep. Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
Black BG. Photo G.
Photo Jeep.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
Air condition all inside.
no. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, I say when I move from here, I'll free. Go to school. The English say I'm learning the English.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
See, Adi, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
People can take that to
explain.
The free media, they use everything to promote this dirty propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own dirty propaganda to outpower or to outsmart us, to gather us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President Georgia, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent times, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's task in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Don't tell honestly, that statement doesn't go well with me. Mr. Weir is a boy. Then I think he's a good boy because Joseph Boyka, former vice president Boyka, dropped his how he collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, it's that George Weir, who raised them, pick him up, gather his name to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and lay him to live today. The pacemaker battle is a battle total right now. So the battle is controlled by the women who live in the medical center where he was thrown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well, he's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery is a man who has a natural compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. So the man cannot even be president of the country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. So the man cannot even be president of the country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. So the man cannot even be president of the country. He said, so maybe the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and elected him. Maybe you call Joseph George Weir boy because of his age. Because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly in abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's why we need to live with it. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in on this country for open heart surgery and making to live with it. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have given you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole American president boy, then you old man, you throw this battery around here.
He's taking away.
Go Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly in abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's why we need to live with it. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in on the country for open heart surgery and making to live with it. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have given you, but he did not. The way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have even you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But report to that boy who flew in on the country for open heart surgery and make it to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you did. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you did. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you did. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have even you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have even you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. God is President Boy. You probably want to be President Boy. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have even you, but he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. God is President Boy. You probably want to be President Boy. Then you old man, you throw this battery right here.
You're taking
You
away.
look at a battery man and he let you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you always say you want to be president, and you know the record, you on the top on the borderline.
You on the borderline, you on the time bomb. Oh la la, yes indeed. Another day, another moment, another opportunity to engage on the issues that matter. Nepotism means favoring only relatives in all positions. Nepotism means favoring only relatives in all positions. Cronyism is favoring only companions and friends in every position. And patronage means the governing political party appoints their friends and relatives only to higher positions, not lower positions. Do you get that? Do you get all of it? Are you looking around you? Are you observing the things that are happening in our country today? Nepotism, cronyism, patronage are the orders of the day in Liberia under Joseph Newman Boyka. The old tired man.
Breaking those barriers all over the world was not.
He has reduced our governance space
Yesterday your mouth was shut. Yeah.
to tribalism,
Cool.
an environment of tribal bigotry,
Yeah, boy.
sectionalism,
Not a good feeling today
patronage,
when I can hear them
witch hunt,
the ocean singing this song.
setting the tune for
Let the whole world
a destabilized
oh,
society
oh, with different colors
where chaos, anarchy,
and colors. Different colors. Different colors.
are, of course, the center of all of the different conversations in the country, and this must be worrying for all of us.
Different.
The new Liberia we see now
Hey, you got
is troubling.
never try to separate the people. Hey, you politician.
A repugnance in some of the national decisions that are made and taken. For how long will people bear these humiliations,
Breaking those barriers
disrespect,
all over the world.
and abuse of their fundamental rights?
Yesterday,
Who's advising the old man?
cool.
Why is Joseph Boyka being so heartless to Liberia after everything the country has done for him and his family?
Feeling today
Is this how you pay the people?
across the ocean singing this song.
Undermining our social capital,
Let the whole
undermining
world should be
our efforts on reconciliation, undermining our efforts on unity. Instead of breeding a nation in one accord, we see a nation being divided, separated on political lines. The atmosphere is toxic, very, very toxic. This is troubling and, of course, worrying, concerning for all well-meaning Liberians. And every day we wake up, our hearts are heavy. We are afraid. We do not know what will happen next. The leaders seem very insensitive, careless about what happened, only concerned about his personal aggrandizement and pleasure. Oh, what a leader. Selfish and self-seeking. Where did we go wrong? Are the unspoken questions asked and seen on the faces of many Liberians? Disappointments, frustration, regrets.
Now is the time to give that away.
Epitomizes the true identity of what we are today. All over the place. A pleasant good morning to all of you, those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, and even those of you who do not like the things we say, the way we say the things we say. It's good to have you join us this morning for breakfast. This is the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9, Liberia's foremost informative breakfast platform. And this is where we discuss the issues that matter most to Liberia's growth and development without any fear nor favor. Fear no soul. We speak to the issue. This is exactly what we like to do and how we like to do it.
Somewhere from America, we were from South Africa. Somewhere from Japan, we were from China. Somewhere from Australia, we were from the UK. Somewhere from Zimbabwe.
I ain't even finished doing the thing yet. I have not even finished. And somebody is sending me raw evidence of what, when we come here, sometimes you have to listen. We say these things from very informed standpoint. Witch hunt continues. Another 10 new positions. Because they later stood up and challenged the illegal, flagrant disrespect for the constitution of this country. Let me tell you, and sometimes this thing really hurts someone. Anyway, for certain people to feel like they're law unto themselves and they will bastardize our laws and they will move around.
Different colors.
The power jackers that went to NASCAR are targeting the lady who beat senses in their heads and told them what the laws were and what the requirements were. They are now witch hunting and using political power to get her off her job. She also enjoys from tenure. And this is Liberia today. Witch hunt, disintegration, division, anarchy. Those are the things that describe Liberia under Joseph Boakai. We are doomed. The country is actually very doomed right now as we speak. It's only by faith that we are all here. We cannot predict what will happen next. The people at the helm of power are very determined to undermine all of the laws in the country. But however the case, today is another wonderful day, and we have a lot of things to talk about this morning on the program. So this morning, yesterday, we promised to make analysis of the Prince Johnson outburst, Senator Prince Y. Johnson outburst. This morning, we spent time on it. I know yesterday at a special MICA briefing, the Minister of Foreign Affairs announced in a very repugnant manner the cancellation of Liberian passports, diplomatic service passports.
Somewhere from Japan, we were from China. Somewhere from Australia.
The budget is also out. The draft budget is being discussed. Discrepancies have been identified. And yesterday, Mangibi County Senator Nathaniel Mangill raised a very, very important issue, which for me is an addendum to the many complaints about violations of the law and disrespect for standing protocols in governance. As the public works minister is believed to have been issuing or has issued contract in flagrant regard to the PPCC and all of the other legal requirements. A communication that is in our possession now. Mr. Bwakai has backpedaled, somersaulted, has accepted the education from us here at Freedom, where we educated him that it is security insensitive to commission an audit of the National Security Agency of our country. And the president has waken up from his sleep and slumber. He has done a communication decommissioning that audit. We'll read that communication for you. There's been this debate also about presidential or former presidents being qualified for state protection, national security protection, and all that. The Unity Party has arrogantly argued that there is no law for former President Weah to be given VIP protection. So we've been following that conversation and we've not said anything about it because we've been waiting to hear officially until on yesterday the Minister of Information has something to say. What did he say? We will look into that. It makes sense because we are the beacon of education and hope for this misdirected, confused, arrogant, hateful government of the day. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, Austin Kawa will be joining in very shortly. And so let's take some word from Crime Stopper Liberia. Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we go into our conversation. But just before Crime Stopper, please remember that the Freedom Cash giveaway is also on. And you can play. The Freedom Cash giveaway is on. So you can be a part and be one of the lucky winner for today. And like you heard Austin say yesterday, there's a new promo, I think, for every Wednesday. I'm trying to get this Crime Stopper. So while I try to do that, Austin, if you're ready, then let me bring you in while I try to properly cue in the Crime Stopper Liberia. Good morning, my brother.
Let me say very, very pleasant good morning to all of you across the country. Those of you who've joined us from across the country, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to be back on your radio on a Tuesday in the Republic of Liberia. Yes, an endless list of too many things happening in the country. Today is the 19th of March. Civil servants still not taken their pay. In fact, it is pluralized because they are not taking pay for February. Today is the 15th. We told payrolls are not even being processed as we speak. The budget has just been submitted to the House, to the legislature. So it's a litany of issues that we have to talk about. 2 hours, 30 minutes can just not exhaust all of the issues in the country. The issues, if that the bad issues are too many, They have overwhelmed the Unity Party-led government and its Tenor Barrow Joe Braga to the extent that they've reached out to do all the engaging to all kinds of shady deeds now that will distract the public attention from the real issues. And so we'll dig deeper into all of those issues mentioned or listed by Abu, and then we'll make sense of all of them. And then by 10 o'clock, we walk away from here for the next platform. But yes, our Freedom Cash giveaway is active. We know that of recent we've been having problem with Lone Star mobile money transactions, and so it has been discouraging many of you from playing. But the situation, the problem has been solved. Our platform is active and effective now. So those of you who were trying to play and were finding it difficult to get through, some you will go through all the entire process just to enter your PIN code or your password. They will tell you either application fail or system days or something, some system challenge that you were being told. All of these problems have been resolved. So you can just go ahead and play now because the systems, the problems are solved. So you can just dial *799#. We have our dashboard right before us. Yes, sure. We have our dashboard right before us. So just dial *799#, and then you can follow the instructions. But it's just simple. Since you are listening to Freedom and you are using Freedom to play, you just dial *799#. And then you enter 11 and send, and then the option comes to you to play in LD and USD. If you enter number 1, it means you play in USD. If you enter number 2, it means you play in LD. And then whichever currency you play in, the option comes to you. They will require you to enter your mobile money password. And once you enter your mobile money password, bingo for you, you are a potential winner to walk away with 2,500 Liberian dollars today. And we can play as many times as you want to play. Even if you call you and say you have won, you can still play. So that's the process. That's how it goes. So as we follow we'll take our word from Crime Stopper. We'll come back. We'll speak to our first set of winners, and then we'll run into our very critical discussions here this morning for you.
That's correct. And so there are 2 Crime Stopper Liberia, and we will be right back. This break.
Musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper.
Yes, indeed. So we have to bring this one down. Crime Stopper Liberia, of course, the official sponsor and partner of the Freedom Money Rise and Freedom 87.9. So let's go into the discussions as we've been permitted an extension based on the very important importance of all of the issues that we have to run over for you this morning, beginning with this one that's just coming in. Pressure is said to be mounting on President Boakai to dismiss Anthony Kamena Sifos Yeke, the Deputy Director General of NASCAP, for allegedly not honoring a takeover letter. Sources close to the president suggest a plan to remove Councillor Yeke due to her refusal to comply with the alleged takeover attempt by a group led by Reverend Luther Tappe and others. Despite being pressured to install a new Director General, Councillor Yeke stood her ground by following the proper procedures considering the position's tenure job status. This has reportedly displeased the president and sparked a potential dismissal plot. This situation reflects a pattern of removal of tenure position holders during Bouakar's administration, with even similar issues at the Liberian Telecommunication Authority. The outcome remains uncertain as all eyes are on President Bouakar amid these developing situations. I don't know, but this other one. So let me hold this one right there and bring something quick to tie in. We'll take a bit and pieces. We'll go gradually. And on yesterday, you know, there is two very important committee at the legislature: the Public Accounts Committee, and of course, is in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. Amid the rigmarole over the whole consolidated account, the PAC of the Senate wrote the GAC and other people, right, to give some information and clarity on these matters. So they have been having some back and forth interaction. So on February 29, 2024, Honorable Amara Kone was addressed by the GAC, and I'll read the communication. Dear Honorable Kone, and he's the chairman of the PAC Senate Public Accounts Committee. I extend my compliments and write to inform you that on February 5, 2024, the President of the Republic of Liberia, through the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, requested the General Auditing Commission to conduct audits of the National Security Agency, Executive Protection Service, and the Central Bank of Liberia. The request was evaluated and accepted in line with the GAC Act of 2014. However, in a subsequent communication, reference MOS/RL-SMG-COS/087-2024, dated March 8, 2024, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs requested. So this is the point at which now Bouakar went again on the 8th of March. After census finished coming in, he asked Sylvester Grisby, and then they wrote this communication to the GAC. Presidential Affairs requested the Auditor General to decommission the National Security Agency's audit due to the sensitivity of its operations. Please be informed that the request has been granted. The letter is intended to notify the National Legislature about the decommissioning of the NSA audit. However, we will continue to audit the Central Bank of Liberia and the Executive Protection Service as per the initial request. Kind regards, as we strive to promote accountability, transparency, fiscal probity, and good governance across the government of Liberia. Signed, P. Gaswa Jackson, blah, 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 Auditor General, Republic of Liberia, Austin. There you have it. So, I don't know what's your initial thought on this communication. Then we'll go to our issue, but it is important.
Sure, it is, and I thought we will commence with maybe the softer ones, but I'd like to begin with the NASCAP issue.
But yeah, that's
since we were going,
since
we were going straight to the main course of the diet. I'm sorry, of the lunch. Now, you see, every time we sit behind these microphones to interact with you, there's one thing we see. the truth. And we have all that the only thing we will not do here is to sit behind these microphones and mislead you or lie to you about somebody or lie on somebody's name or lie on entity's name. Once the things we are saying to you are backed by truth, are backed by facts, we will not hesitate to sound very strong or sound stronger against those involved. Just you, I even mentioned the person who had gone to take charge, who they are taking to introduce as the officer in charge of NASCOP. I said, Councilor Murphy County taught me business law 1 and 2. So that's how well I know him. But you know what? There are two words that we usually use here. Arrogance and ignorance. When those two come together, you know what you get? The result you get? The result you get will bring arrogance and a hit. The result is ignorance. That ignorance, the result you get is ignorance, especially in politics or in leadership. So those two have a way of ruining your sense of reasoning that will put you into making decisions that when people will see or hear that this decision is coming from this corridor, they will say, that's the case with NASCOP. Good. That before my instructor, they knew that they knew. So the only way they could have done it was to the only way they could have done it was to use politics to get them out. Because Councillor Yeke, who is the wife of Pepsi Yeke, and we must indicate that so you know the source, so you know why the fact is against her. It's good to indicate that. Councillor Yeke, Camilla Yeke, is the wife of Pepsi Yeke, the former Lay's boss. So you see why they're going after her? You see why they're going after her? They resisted because she didn't resist. What she did was she did her job. She educated them to the existing protocol that was supposed that is required for replacement of the head of entity of the NASCOP. That's what she did. She only provided education. Oh no. Administratively, I'm not in the know. My boss has said to me that he's not in the know. He's not aware that this and that has happened. So I will advise that you speak with my boss. She even went to the extent of calling her boss, but testing him before calling, informing that a team from the United Party was there to take over NASCOP to introduce a new head or officer in charge, and that they would love to speak with you. And from his sick bed, he agreed to speak with them. You watched the video and saw that lady placing call to DeWitt, who refused to speak with the head of the entity. Prince Will said, no, it's okay. No, do you want to do that? We don't want to go there, right? But look, folks, when there's a joint presidential transition team, I'm not too sure that team has been dissolved. If it has been dissolved, they mean there are transition notes, turnover notes. There are turnover notes at all levels of the government. when the president nominates somebody, yes, you automatically cease to exist in that position when it is not a tenure job. But you don't just pack your bags and walk away from the office. You do a turnover note. It's a transition. The same way you see George Weah, the process that saw Mr. Weah turn power or the Joe Baraga was not an event, it was a process. That's how government functions. When a new minister is named, that minister starts to work with the incoming team, or that minister constitutes a team, a technical team that will work with the incoming team to ensure a smooth transition. So when a new person is named at NASCO, for example, if NASCO did not have a tenure, all of those guys on that table beside Bodo Kane, that's the only person in terms of IQ that I don't trust, right? Because I don't know, I don't know her experience in government. I know she doesn't have any governmental experience, public service experience, nothing, no formal or administrative experience she has.
She's senator now.
You know, so for her, I don't blame her. But not people who are instructors, people who are professors of law, people who've been in public service for over 10 years, 15 years, 12 years, 20 years. They were all seated on that table. So they know that when a new head of NASCOP is appointed or nominated by the president, they go through transition, different stages, different layers. So to take a political party team, members, and lead them to NASCOP and say, we're here to take over, like a junta is going to overthrow one government, and say, we're here to take over, everybody leave. And you expect that a lawyer, forget about her being Pepsi's wife, forget about her being an associate to a sedition, but she went to school, she's trained, she's educated, she's experienced. That woman was legal advisor or something at NOCA before even going to NASCOP. She was not just taking from the sidewalk or from the dump site and giving job. No. And NOCA was not her first job. This is somebody who's worked in the corporate sector for over a decade in the US and other countries before coming to Liberia to take a job here. So she did not come to public service with no experience. No. And some of you are aware because you know her. Some of you taught her in law school. Some of you went to law. You know her professional history. You can trace it. And you expect that a group of United Palestinians who just walk to NASCOP, a lawyer seated as the deputy and acting head of the entity, and say, we are here to take charge. And she just say, okay, let the whip from the office. He begs, his things are still in the office. You go to the office. Then she escort her to the office and turn the office over to you. If she had done that, then she's a good woman. If she had done that, then she's good. If she had done that, then in the wisdom of Unity Party and Joe Baraga, then she's smart.
Don't want to give in.
Yes, then she's smart. If she has done that, then she's smart. But because she refused to do that, there's one message in her action that I will continue to respect Councillor Yeke for. The bravery, the tenacity to look in the faces of the ruling class and say, hey, you can take the job all you want. But let me place myself on record that I stood on the side of history. I stood on the side of the law. 6 years to Councillor Yeke's age, she will not die, she will live for 6 years. If you take the job, then I agree, you take the job arbitrarily and you use that incident to establish cause, and you take the job, and she say, I'm not going to court. And since they say, my action here today, my action at that place that day is a cause for my removal, you take the job, I'm walking away, no problem. And she even decides to do that, that just 6 years. Nothing will move on. Just nothing is not going to take anything away from her.
But the record will remain.
But the record will show that there was a Councillor Yeke that stood in the face of the ruling class and provided education and guidance for them when they wanted to wrongfully take over NASCOP. That record will be there. And after 6 years, some of you will be ashamed to swallow and identify with that record. That's what happened. Some of you will be ashamed to identify with that record. Because whatever the case is, that's just 6 years old. Yeah, man. That's just 6 years.
I don't know how people are not even getting it.
That's just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 6 years.
Jack and we finish it.
After 6 years, the drama will be over. Some of you will be 43, some of you will be 50, some of you will be 51. Most of you in government will not pass by 62. Most of you around Braka that are perpetrating these wrongdoings, you will not pass by 60. Most of you, because only 6 years will add in. Some of you are already 45. You add 6 to your age, you'll be around 51, 52. So most of you will not pass by 60. And a few of you too will not even pass by 42. How old will be people there? Cooler, well, your other care. Cornelia, they will still be in their early 40s. So what do you do with your life? People come in, when people come after you, there you go. What will you do?
You stay at the entry level of your professional career.
Especially when it comes to public service.
And you start to
and you celebrating, you are supporting and celebrating, you are organizing, supporting and celebrating people going after people who are professional.
Yeah. So after 6 years,
because of their refusal to align with your political class.
In your profession.
And you think that's governance. That's just 6 years. What do you do with your life after 6 years? Oh, okay. After 6 years, we'll go to the church. We'll go serve your ice cream and Bible, right? And but with Bible study and ice cream, when you go, we'll give you juice. You gotta come to your senses. See what's happening with the NSA. Your power, all people around here, Facebook, you bully us. You say I want names on NSA people, and you guys think you are going to audit the NSA. The only radio station in the country that stood to Bwaka face and said, Bwaka, you are in error. We said your decision was unwise. We said your decision did not speak to the fact that did not speak to any form of experience that you claim to have. To have publicly authorized the GSC to commission an audit of the NSA, the central bank, and the EPS. We said that decision was wrong. We even described that decision as a political bluff, a big bluff, that nobody is going to audit the NSA. Nobody from the NSA is going to sit before any auditor and diverge information to any so-called auditor from anywhere. We said that. Some of you thought we were playing or we were being political. Today, you see the disgraceful letter that has come from the office of the president to the GSC, asking them to decommission the audit and stating the very reason we stated here. What the Bwaka say in that letter? The very reason we stated here. The very reason. To sit down and tell GSC that does not even have a slot on the National Security Council. Say, you go into the NSA, the Secret Service, our intelligence arm. Say, you go there and go audit the money you're spending on intelligence to investigate terrorists you're investigating you. Whether that money launderers you're investigating you, the source of all this information, who all were connected, you're going to investigate. Because all those linked to a single investigation at NSA requires money. And the way that money was spent, you tell GSC say you go to NSA, then NSA tell you how they spend that money. Because part of the money that goes to NSA, they go there on gallery intelligence. And people, those of us who gather, let me say not say people, but those of us who investigate, who gather intelligence on people or institutions or different systems, our sources are classified, they are confidential. We don't disclose to anything, anybody. If I say that I go investigate a particular story, then I got to say that my source here. No, I will not tell you that my source. I will not. Because you know why? It undermines confidence. Nobody want to do business with you. Imagine the war. Our friends also hear that in Liberia they are investigating, they are auditing the NSA. Just imagine our partners sitting outside and just hearing the fact that the president has instructed GAC, a non-security entity, to audit the NSA. You think the world boss coming feel comfortable doing business with you when they hear that you are auditing the NSA? That's a deep thing that some of us don't intend to go into. But at least at the end of the day, Joe Barker has come to his senses, or has regained his senses temporarily, because I know he will still go back to make the same mistakes. Barker has regained his senses temporarily and has instructed the GAC to decommission the audit. You see the role of Freedom FM here? You see why our existence has caused the country? It has saved the country's reputation. Just imagine if we were not here to look in Mr. Barker's face and disagreed and say some sensitive things on the radio to attract the attention of our foreign partners, our international partners. So say, Mr. Barker, you can proceed this way. You have to decommission that audit. That was an instruction to Barker to decommission the audit. He didn't decommission the audit at his will. He was instructed to decommission the audit, and he was chastised, and his ability, his capacity were all questioned. A vice president and president of the Senate, 52 years experience in public service. You take office, assume the presidency, and one of your first 5 decisions or instructions is to audit the Intelligence Bureau. Come to think about it. So all of the little kids that are running around Facebook celebrating Joe Barker's decision, you see how he has done you? You see how he has done you? Then he come back, then he go back to you all to tell us, no, we are about to decommission the audit. You see, blind loyalty leads people, especially leaders, into making errors, because some of you're not concerned about your assistant minister job, your commissioner jobs, your maybe director jobs. That's all you're concerned about. Whether Liberia crumbles or not, Joe Barker, once you get a job, you can get a $1,200 pay every month. You're satisfied because you've not seen $1,200 in. Look at the people they are appointing at different commissioners and assistant ministers. They've not consistently receive $1,500 every month in their life. None of them. I'm saying, I said none of them. All the young people, all the ones, they've not consistently received $1,500 in their lives before. 98% of them. Just a few of them have seen that money. What do you think they will do? They let Joe Barker say, shoot that person there on Broad Street. They will go to Facebook and defend it and say, yeah, that's the right decision. Because they have a job that they are sure of $1,500 every month. So they will not see anything wrong in any action that Joe Barker will take. For some of us who've been around for many years, over a decade now, actively involved in our politics, we know too many things. That's why when a president takes action or takes a decision, for us who can sit down and evaluate. We supported George Weah for 6 years. You saw us on this radio disagreeing, chastising CDC officials. You think we're stupid? Do you think we're stupid? Because we know tomorrow was coming. And there are issues that will arise that some of us will say, on this day, some of you will even remember and say, these are the positions of these guys on these different issues. You know what, today, we hear people talking about, NTA is dead, people taking pictures with NTA, bathing, all kind of things. You know why we are proud of ourselves today? Because we are on record for standing against the head of the management team at NTA. So today, posterity will judge us on the right side of history. Today, we are on record for not agreeing with Bassel Kimai at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You think when as I heard Abu listing passport reform, all the investigation, all the kind of thing. Tomorrow, where there are facts to establish wrongdoings, you think tomorrow will not open our arms? We will open our arms because these are issues that we disagree with those years. So we did support everything that came from Mr. Weah's officials. We disagree with some publicly. We chastise some of them publicly. But does it stop our support to Mr. Weah? No, it did not stop our support. Did Mr. Weah get vexed one day and say, well, no, I'm not doing it? No, he did not one day get vexed. Or nobody from his office one day call any of us and say, my man, you stop your lead all the way forever. You forget about people, or we are angry. Because some of them knew that, hey, this was a governance process. And our interest was to ensure that the right thing is done. Because when the right things are done, Mr. Weah's reputation will be protected. You don't want to do Mr. Weah can walk anywhere in the street to play basketball, run every basketball court, help him to hold brush to paint basketball court, and people will clap for him and celebrate him. He will walk to the cemeteries and people will celebrate him, standing on the side to see him. It's because the legacy he left behind. So if all of you think that we hate Joe Braga and because we supported George Weah, then you're fooling yourself. All we want is Mr. Braga must do the right thing. You can't go to NASCAR and say you're hunting somebody with experience, with professionalism, because she did not allow the wrong thing to be done. That becomes her crime. And you have established course, and she must walk away even when she has a tiny job. No, that's not going to happen under our forces. That's not possible. We'll not sit down, Mr. Braga publicly announced authorizing the GSC to audit the NSA, and we sit back, we know if it's wrong, and we sit back and say, Mr. Braga, we clap for you because you are the president. No. We will not allow that. We sit down and disagree with you in your face. We chastise you. If it calls for us to chastise you as a baby, we do that. Because when you make a baby decision, we deal with you as a baby. When you make a man decision, we deal with you as a man. So on these two issues, we are proud of ourselves today that these things are happening in the country. And we're going to still commit our yeke. And we resist any attempt by Joe Braga and a group of crooks and cronies to remove that woman from that place arbitrarily. She will not leave. It's a challenge between Joe Braga and the public and Liberians. Liberians will stay with her. She will not leave.
Well said. And I sat quietly and listen and have you run your thought as far as you can possibly do to cover these very evidential violations of our laws, undermining of our democracy by Mr. Braga and his cohorts, and the introduction of gangsterism in our republic, particularly in public service, and the bastardization of the bureaucratic requirements of governance in our country under the guise and watch of a man who professes to be very experienced, very knowledgeable about what governance is, and has been around for many years, that I would want to consider many wasteful years. Cumulatively, if you must make an opinion of Mr. Braga's public service experience and service time, it is fair to say that he has been wasteful to himself, and of course wasteful to the country, evidenced by how Mr. Braga is proceeding as president of the country and everything that's happening. We will continue to sound these caveats so that you all out there, Liberians, will understand that this is mostly about the country and not about ourselves, individuals, what we feel comfortable with. There's a profound point that Austin made, particularly with those young brothers that are making their ways into government and do not see anything beyond the reality of the fact that now they are going to be benefiting $1,000, $1,500 as take home. First time in their life. One can understand the excitement and all you want to do to protect that. But mind you, now the difference from them and us is that we do not have a cover, a shield. For them, they are blinded by the fact that they're making $1,000 now. So their judgment is limited to the fact that they have a job. So you see, so when you see, I won't call. so when you,
yeah, no, we didn't go already.
So when you see these kids coming on our post and writing gibberish and sounding comfortable and satisfied, you can understand why. This young man, some of them have been pimped on their girlfriends around here, begging for for lunch and hangouts and all that. That's how their lives has been for many years. So we too congratulate the transition in their lives. But we cannot limit the national conversation to their reasoning, because their reasoning is bereft of any quality standard in any given organized society. So we're not going to use these toddlers in Mr. Bwaka's government and their response to national happenings as a basis, for any progressive action in our country. No. So we'll ignore them and do the needful. And that's exactly why we are always here critiquing and critiquing Mr. Bwaka and his government. On the two subject matter, it is evident, records has it, that we were very loud in indicating that Mr. Bwaka was wrong, his action was knee-jerk, was irresponsible, was reckless, and of course unconstitutional. And our disappointment was that Mr. Bwaka had taken an oath to defend what? The Constitution. For Mr. Bwaka to be disrespecting the Constitution because he thinks he's president. And any day you ask me based on what Mr. Bwaka has done, I'll be the first person that will say and sign and support any move to impeach Bwaka. Bwaka has disrespected the Constitution because the first commitment Mr. Bwaka made on his inauguration, and God also help us, he made that commitment before fainting. So he can't say, I did not say. Mr. Bwaka committed. He made a commitment before fainting. All the other things that were in the speech, he did not say, so we can hold him accountable for those. But this commitment to uphold and defend and protect our Constitution, Mr. Bwaka made it before he fainted. So that one is on record. So when we see Mr. Bwaka attempting or taking action and sanctioning the abuse of our Constitution, that is a basis for Mr. Bwaka's impeachment. Yeah. And Bwaka must be impeached and removed. Listen, whether we say, hey, you're going to do it now or not, are your business. But that does not stop us from establishing the fight. The fight is Mr. Bwaka's initial action qualifying for impeachment. And anywhere you take the debate, it will hold water. So whether you do it or you don't do it, that one is your business. Because we all understand the society, how you're looking at. But that will not stop us from making reasonable conclusions and feeding our people with real information on the basis of the law. How the hell your party leaders and officials in your government, understanding that this office is tenured and has a procedure, takes a fake communication that up to now you have not said, Mr. Bwaka has not authenticated that yes, he sent these people, or yes, he's aware of their action. So that goes to invalidate the action they took, which render all of them irresponsible and their actions illegal. So irrespective of whatever intelligence they have, by indulging in that public embarrassment, I consider all of them to be just any kind of desperate, ordinary politicians hustling for job seekers. Desperate job seekers. So care less about what it is. And in their attempt to stem cronyism and favoritism, mess with nepotism, because that's the structure of this government now. Anything that resembles nepotism, all of them join to support it. Anything that resembles cronyism, they all join to support it. Anything that resembles political patronage. Anytime you see Luther Tapper involved in this kind of action, that's political patronage. When you see Primo get involved, then they are trying to actualize cronyism to have their friends and relatives in top positions. Right? And then when you see the old lady Kutumu Bwaka getting involved, that nepotism, that how she took her friend May, her friend superintendent, and Mr. President was compelled to make appointment in a position that's not supposed to be his responsibility to make appointment to, embarrassing the executive mansion, embarrassing the Bwaka family and all that. But yet they had to do it because government is not run normally now. This government is not run normally. People just doing anything off their head. right? This is dangerous. This is bad. This is not the Liberia you promised. And you think all of us will fold our hands, close our mouth, and everything? We told you that it was insensitive and unthinkable for you as the president, with all your 40+ years of experience in public service and being the vice president for 12 years of this country, not understanding what is national security and coming publicly to declare and request an audit of the national security operation of the country. That was an embarrassment by Boakai. Complete embarrassment. How this man will be proving or making these kinds of elementary errors, and yet still some of you are out there considering Boakai to be something or somebody that's in any kind of class. Boakai is in no class. Boakai has demonstrated that he has zero clue and he does not learn. Because if Boakai was learning, Boakai would be like William Howard Tubman, right? Because during the campaign time, many people will say Boakai might just be the next William Howard Tubman after President Tubman. And we also the reformist ideas, transformative programs, improve initiatives. So people got to understand that this man who was quiet and appearing like a lame dog as vice president, he truly had vision. But this man today in Joseph Boakai has demonstrated that he is visionless. Right? All he cares is vendetta. That's all Mr. Boakai cares. And he is running the country into chaos on the basis of his selfish personal desire to settle score with people whom he believes hurt him in the past or took decision that he was not pleased with. And we cannot sit as a country for all of us future and hope to be wrapped and dashed on the basis of one man because he is president. And we must speak truth to power and remind Boakai that he have to readjust and realign. Pope, he jumped. He announced all the national security. Because you know why Mr. Boakai did that? All the thing we're talking, Mr. Boakai is targeting George. Let me tell you the George Weah people. Mr. Boakai target is George Weah. I don't know for whatever reason, but Mr. Boakai has organized this meeting with his kitchen cabinet and programmed all of their mind to do anything and everything to humiliate and undermine George Weah. I don't know what justifies that, but this is the George Weah that took a junior government official and gave him, we are told, $100,000 to rescue this man's life and inserted an electronic pacemaker battery in his system to keep him alive today. And all he has to pay this man is to flout all of the law in a selfish attempt to demoralize and unpopularize this man. Right? It is left with his conscience, but now we are concerned, why will you subjugate all of the country's complex national challenges to your desire of just targeting one man, your predecessor, to a point where you want to disrespect all the laws, even privileges you benefited from? You say you want to strangulate the man of those privileges. Does that make sense to you? Who told you it is wrong if you have a president who is not leading in accordance with intelligence? Who told you it's a problem if you say, Mr. President, you are not being intelligent in this manner? And Boakai is truly not being intelligent. I don't know what is wrong with Boakai. I don't know what's happening to him. But Mr. Boakai has demonstrated that he lacks the basic intelligence to lead a country. And we told you this thing during the campaign. For the fact that looking at this man's history, there is no record to show that this man successfully ran a cold water company or managed an organization successfully for 10 years. Up to now, we are still asking you to give us any record that was a manifestation of this man's lack of leadership. But yet still, some of you, and so not me, I ain't really allowed to say you have voted for him in one election, because the evidence and will come, and they keep making Prince Johnson angry, will come to Prince Johnson, but Prince Johnson will confess what they did in Nimba County, and you all will know, and you come back, All of you that can be cursing, or you say you're telling, or you know what we're living, you will come for us, right? There will come a time when the facts come outside and overwhelm all of your stupidity, right? You will organize national award ceremony for all of us here. You know why? Because you'll be shamed, you'll be disgraced. When Prince Johnson starts to open up on the things they did in Nimba County, the harassment and the way they terrorize electors and voters and pool workers just to suppress the actual result, to manipulate the results from Nimba County for this old man. And this old man is paying him what he's paying him now. There and then, you will say, oh, gentlemen, we apologize. You guys are our hero. Even though we don't want to be called, because the standard by which you call people hero in this country, that I don't want anybody to call me hero. The standard by which you celebrate people, right? That the reason why I don't want anybody to give me any title, give me any record, give me anything. Just leave me okay like that. But this is troubling and this is worrying. And when these things are happening in the country, who do you rest on to speak out? The media. And for some other reason, the only media entity that is talking out loud on these things that Freedom FM, and will continue to do that for you, our people. You can rest assured. The next group is civil society. The characters that are running civil society in the country are all corrupted and are partisans. Eddie Jawolo, number one. He cannot say anything about all these things, but he will develop the audacity at some point to open your mouth to say, oh, you want to take such a person seriously? No. Edo. None of them talking, none of them saying anything. Right? The senior citizens, or the statesmen and state women, all of them are corrupted, evident by Olobanki King Akerele. When that woman sat here and all the nasty thing, the narcissist remarks were being made here, terroristic and domestic terroristic actions were being sponsored and justified by Joseph Boakai and all these things, human being done. That lady did not open her mouth one day as a senior citizen who rose to public relevance, not because of her competence or her struggle history, but because she's from a class of family in the society. You think all the people then that became big people in the country, they became like you and myself, how long Austin and all of them struggling in the trenches. We're getting all small. We have a record. But for them, no. What's the name? Olobanki King. Oh, the late Charlie B. King, the Fernando Po man, that his granddaughter here or his daughter, right, they grab her and pull her here. That's all their qualifications, that's all they need on their CVs, and that has some of them, and that's why some of us don't have any kind of extra fear or respect for them, because honestly and truly, they did not earn it. Rather, they benefited from what? Patronage, nepotism, and favoritism, family ties, and all that, how they saw themselves in positions of power and influence in the country. Unlike you and myself are going through, or we are going through, the day we have an opportunity to serve our country, you have a track record. Our skills, our talents were tested, we put it to test. We went through it, we stood the test of time, and that's how we're recognized and seen fit for anything in the country, unlike people like Olobanki King Akerele. So they are all compromised. So that's the reason why Mr. Boakai is disrespecting all the laws in the country and nobody is talking. And nobody is talking. We told Mr. Boakai it was insensitive for you to subject the national security to public audit. We brought the laws and everything. Yesterday you had sycophants out there justifying, say, yeah, the president can do it. The president, y'all go tell him to go do it now. Boakai, go do it. And you want audit NSA? Go audit. Y'all tell Boakai to go audit. All of y'all dumb-headed buffoons passing around, anything Boakai doing, whether it's right or wrong, you open your mouth to justify it, you don't listen. Some of y'all go to school, you don't even learn good. You're passing around, you're supporting Boakai. That when Boakai carrying the country in the quarter, you'll still be there saying, yeah, Boakai carry the country. But we will not allow that thing to happen. If Boakai insists on taking the country down, we will insist on removing him as president of this country. Now, 6 years is the term limit for Mr. Boakai and his government. And I'd like to say this to officials in this government who are so overzealous, overwhelmed, and they're taking decisions. Sam Gay, Jerry Limepia, and all the other folks that are there opening their mouth, talking all kinds of things. After 6 years, you will be private citizen. These treatments or these things you are saying, they will come after you. They will come after you because now you are giving up precedence. You are giving up precedent. Ex-presidents, for the security nature of the job they do and the contemporary security risks that's associated with the current reality now. Ex-presidents, first of all, it is a standard practice, universal standard, where countries have coverage for ex-leaders, VIPs, their well-being. Countries look after their well-being, and that well-being includes their security of the family, and order. It is in this country that Baka is president. Baka is saying no. Does it make sense to you? Baka sit down and tell his security people, say, they might not get EPS to George, and you still justifying that one? Mr. Baka, you will not be president after 6 years. You'll be in your old age. If you do these things and you sat down, you allow Kula Fofana to take the phone and disrespect the former president. You think we don't know you don't want to get Kula the instruction? We know. We get all the information. And you think you're hiding behind. So when you do these things, Mr. Baka, the day you're no longer president, whether Jawea is president or anybody, you are setting clear precedents for how you will be disrespected in this country, maltreated, and it will not only stop to you, let me tell you, it will go as far as your family, your children, their grandchildren. You are setting a dangerous precedent, bad precedent, and call the courtesy and respect that former leaders in this country deserve, not at your will. And call them a because you too will be former president. The day you are former president, we will not sit there and allow anybody to disrespect you. When you are former vice president, we saw EPS always assigned to you. There was a time during the 2017, after the 2017 election, some of your friends came here. You send your EPS people to the airport to receive them. The EPS that were assigned you. You provided these people, the EPS people, they were with them all through their stay at Boulevard Hotel. And they left. But now you're president, and you're sitting there, same guy is denying and acting like he's law unto himself and saying the former president cannot get what he has requested. If you can give him the number he has asked for, but recognize that he deserves the VIP security. For so many reasons. Why, president? The government might have taken a decision that might have hurt one or two people or organization of people. And they may have kept that grudge. So it is internally or it is intentionally putting the president in harm's way, the former president in harm's way. If this information goes out there that the government of Liberia say they're not going to provide any security for the former president or that blah, 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 right? You are inviting people with bad intention to harm the former president. How can Joe Baka be so selfish and wicked like that? You will not be president of Liberia forever. You will leave. Your time will come. Your time will finish. You will leave. And you do that, you'll be treated like that. And you may even be humiliated more than that. Baka, who is supposed to be a beacon of reconciliation, is sowing a seed of hatred. He has eroded the gains that were made after the war period, the social capital that were enhanced after the war period. These things are broken down. And Baka is justifying them as president of the country. Now, families are not speaking to each other because they feel if you speak to a CDC relative, that means you will be treated the way CDCians are treated. This is bad for our country. People must speak out. Civil society must come out. And we see the U.S. Embassy issuing a statement celebrating what is classically, exposing the security of our country. Sarah Beslow has done what we all welcome to investigate because we all have our issue with how the foreign affairs were being handled with incompetent Maswell Kemia, who use a big clothes to impress and all that. So we all support that and welcome that. But Syria must understand that diplomacy is a kind of discreet in the way you handle things. You got to handle it very carefully because they got consequences, repercussions to anything. You can't publicly and declare to the world that our nation, our passports, you're canceling, our diplomatic passport, blah 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 blah. And let me state, the president has the power to recall any diplomatic passport. And not only Liberian citizens are entitled to diplomatic passports. For some of you who thinking that only Liberian men are supposed to hold diplomatic passports are at the discretion of the president and the law. The law is there on who's qualified to get diplomatic passport. Beyond that, the president of the country can grant a person diplomatic passport based on conditions and other things. So if the president want to record that passport, there are painstaking diplomatic ways you can record them. But it is dangerous. The way it was done, it was very, 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 very disrespectful, because you cast an expression on the former president and implicates him indirectly in a syndicate that compromised the issuance of diplomatic passports in the country. And as a government, as a president, that must not be your desire. Because it is the presidency that you're reducing. It is the presidency that you're exposing. How these people are not understanding these things, and they're all overwhelmed by partisanship, and they're doing these things. They're hurting the country. Mr. Baka is going to hurt this country for 6 years, and we all just have to bear it. For 6 years, this old man is going to hurt this country, and we'll all have some time to come back to try to re-establish Austin.
I read something on Facebook. But I like to pick in on this on the EPS aspect of the press conference yesterday, and talking about the security of the state. I was wondering who was actually in charge, or who is actually in charge of the country.
I'm telling you.
And there are too many reasons why I'm still wondering who's actually running this country. What I know is that Mr. Braga is not running the country. Mr. Braga is not in charge of this country. There's a reason. There is a very simple reason why they need to believe why Mr. Braga is not in charge. Just look at the different decisions that are taking place. Just look at the different decisions. 2 persons being nominated to one position. Does that speak to somebody being in charge of a country? Today, Mr. Braga is the president and the only person that has appointing power. But the issue at the Ministry of Health cannot be resolved. 2 persons appointed as Deputy Minister for Administration. It has gone 3 weeks over. That situation cannot be resolved when there is only one person that has appointment power. Do you want to believe that one person will appoint? If one person is sitting making decision to appoint, do you want to believe that one person will appoint 2 persons to a position? It will not rectify the mistakes in 3 weeks time.
In 3 weeks time, civil society, workers, health practitioners, everybody now talk.
Just come to think about it. Just ask yourself that 2 ministry deputy for administration. If Mr. Brown is appointment authority, do you want any of us the entire country to believe that Joe Braga is in charge and one man who has the singular authority it will take him 3 weeks, over 3 weeks to change or to rectify his error, if we should consider that an error? No. To date, the Ministry of Health, the country cannot decide who the job belongs to. But we have that's the first thing. So you see why no believe that Joe Braga is not in charge of the country. The country is divided into segments. The UP people have divided the country into segments. Joe Burger found it on one side running, the Unity Party on one side making decision, the legislature headed block headed by Yumli making decision, the appointed people in government, co-chaired by Prince Moi, the appointed people in government. So you see what's happening now. The second instance is the National Security Agency. Do you all know that as we speak, only one person has been nominated to the NSA? For a serious country, 90% of the actions that Mr. Burger government, that UP government has taken, 90% is tied to national security.
So even race coming in the country, we just all vulnerable.
90% that are the policy decisions that have been taken by Joe Burger, 90% of those decisions are tied to national security. They have national security implications. Ask yourself, how come Mr. Burger is facing aircraft this as aircraft accident bureau and appointed people and the national security agency only has one person, deputy for administration,
and the man who is even there, he has no clue on anything.
Just ask yourself these questions. Does it speak to Joe Burger being in charge or having knowledge of what he actually wants to do? No. Just come to think about this again. That in less than 3 months in your government, that the EPS that is supposed to protect the presidency is telling all of you, saying that it's disclosing the strength, the main power of VIPs. Just sit down. The essence of providing security for former presidents. There are many reasons, important reasons. But some of you are only looking at it from the political standpoint. VIP protection is not political. Anybody who tries to do it will not survive, will not succeed. Nobody will give them ears, because you know what? It is impossible to politicize VIP protection or providing protection for VIP and survive. You will not succeed. You know what? Let me tell this to you. The president of a country will use the president as an example. Even though I did not want to use the president. But let's use the president as an example, since the Minister of Information spoke to that regards yesterday. When a former president, a conversation between a former president and the VIP protection service is classified. That's the first thing we must underscore. Any conversation a former president or a VIP and the VIP protection agency is considered classified.
Nothing classified in the government.
That's the first thing. When the former vice president holds a conversation with the EPS, it is a classified conversation. When the former president holds a conversation with the EPS, it is classified.
No, right now they will put it in the press the next day.
When Mr. Burger was vice, do you all know the conversation about how many EPS officers were assigned to Joe Burger for the 6 years on George Weah?
Some of you didn't even know.
Nobody.
You only see people there.
Nobody. Did you hear conversation about how many EPS officers were assigned to President Sirleaf? Nobody. You didn't know. It was not a public conversation. It was not a public discussion.
To make it
was
public,
never.
You're putting it in harm's way.
So to sit down, information, I was like, what? Was the same game authorized PR to disclose this information?
Yeah.
Or making serious national security error by disclosing the main power of people assigned to VIPs? Imagine you telling the world that former President Sirleaf,
yeah,
you telling the whole world that President Sirleaf he said he had 15, 8% walked away.
8% walk away. So if you subtract that, that'll be around 6, 7, right?
That's 7.
So you're already telling anybody that won't target Manaseli.
I'm not 7 EPS officer.
So just do your plan.
That's the
eliminate
the who told EPS, Chogon Roberts and CDC did not know that. Who told you that EPS did not know that 8 EPS officers walked away from adding detail? But President Seri was the immediate past president. She has taken decisions. She has taken actions that puts her into harm's way. Actions that I'm sorry. So the fact that she has taken actions that put her into harm's way, you cannot disclose the strength of her security. No, you can do that. So Mr. Wheeler did not, or the CDC government did not even care about making that public discussion, public conversation. All the conversations were held behind the scene. Oh, can we replace them? They walk away, blah, blah, for different reasons. Some of them left in the States. Some travel and left in the States, and left in the US.
But even the request the president made,
that's one.
That they get
What kind of that? That's one.
Facebook.
Two. Joe Burger had 12 EPS officers.
That man is very safe.
It was
he had some to his house. He had some with him in his car. And everywhere.
And I'm very sure. Most of you did not listen. The audio is here. I will play the audio from here, Pierre. I'm sure most of you who listened yesterday. That yesterday you got to know that Baka only had 12 EPS officers. That because of the Minister of Information is supposed to be the first man that will protect classification or confidentiality. And yesterday we got to know that President said he had 15 EPS officers, 8 persons walked away, 7 persons left the hall. Baka still had 12 EPS officers yesterday. Now, let's fast forward to George Weah regime. Pierre continued with his declassification of sensitive security information by stating that the immediate past president, who just left an election that was heavily contested, that he assigned 15 EPS officers, that he rejected it and requested 38. And the EPS officer, and even a conversation with the EPS director and Pierre was disclosed yesterday.
And the director told him that you're not
That
getting anything.
To even say that was totally in error. That was unethical. That was a risky security mistake. A big security blunder on the part of Joe Barker's government, on the part of Joe Barker's information minister. You know what? He quoted same game. So same game, I will have the camera and say, no, I didn't say that. Because he quoted same game. The fact that he referenced or quoted same game, it means same game authorized him to inform the public because he's the information minister. But you know what? I don't want to be shocked that same game can do it. For same year to go to Facebook. For same game, I don't know. Somebody saying no sound. I don't know. Hope the sound is okay.
On the live?
Yes, on the live. Hope the sound is okay. Yeah. Please let us know when the sound is okay on the mic. You guys are coming in broken. Please check your sound system. Good morning, Austin. Abu, I'm watching. Okay, no sound. Umaru, no sound. Austin, you need to adjust your mic.
On the live.
On the live. It's okay from your side? No, well, okay. Somebody say sounds great. Steve Sly, you're just breaking in. Okay, so I think
it's good. It's good.
I think we know.
Maybe your receiver.
Yes, it shows.
Maybe you got internet glitches.
Sound is okay. So I was making this point with PR EPS director. I was saying to you, I will not be surprised if same gay instructs Jerolimic PR to disclose this information. You know why? Any EPS director who will use his Facebook page to issue threats against critical voices, this is scary. That person is capable of doing anything. Any EPS director who will go to the public and announce that they are about to lay off. Look at the mistake yesterday. Pierre is telling the public that they have observed that there are some men in the service who did not legally or legitimately go through the process, and that they will be laid off or removed from the service. You made that pronouncement public, informing your potential threats or opponents that they are about to reduce the strength of the service. That's what you did. You disclose conversation between a former president and the EPS director. You call a press conference and disclose that information. And you think you've done a decent job as the Minister of Information. Look, let's agree or assume that same you say Pierre go in and talk it in. The man requested this, we gave him this. He sent this people back, and he requested 38. Go talking. As the Minister of Information, I'll tell you, no, Mr. Director, I don't think from the communication standpoint, I don't think it will be appropriate that would disclose this information. Or can you convince me further why this is needed for public consumption? So you gave it the security justification, and then you could be able to give him from the PR standpoint, propaganda standpoint, why you think it should not or why you think it should. That's how technical or technicians sit down and have a conversation before issuing policy statement. Because what was uttered yesterday was a policy statement. That's what you did yesterday. So who were those in the room? To disclose security to the president is not an exclusive decision of the EPS. It's a joint security thing. Because it's a national security issue. Security protection for VIPs, especially at the level of a former president, a national security issue. So for the EPS director to just make that decision, what was the advice, or did he consult the Ministry of Justice? Did he? You just can't just disclose everything. How many person, how many person Eddie? So now the whole country, all we know that Eddie will get 7 EPS officers.
Seven. So
you won't go attack on the farm or find bombing. Just know that 7 EPS officers she get there.
And now the is that should not clear all 7 on the farm.
No.
So have to. So technically maybe 3 or 4. Maybe we are playing a strategy that Boga finish exposing Mananseli. They're playing a strategy. If you know you get school to settle Mananseli. Maybe only TDs.
That's what you did yesterday. You can disclose the full strength of security details. Nowhere in the world it is done. We did not go to security school. Yeah, we did small maybe security training. Our journalism is got to do 1 week security training and for media coverage. You know, for doing election they have security training. So those are all those small workshops. We know these things. You cannot disclose the full strength of any security detail. This to mention at the level of the presidency, former president, you disclose her security detail, the full strength of her security detail. Those of you who are security people, you're listening.
That was childish.
That was extremely immature and irresponsible on the part of the government.
And you know what?
You can do that.
You know what? And when these kinds of things can happen, when professionalism gets buried for that kind of erratic partisanship and all that. You see, same gay is the problem.
But you know what we're talking about?
Gay has
when arrogance.
Yeah.
When arrogance and hate become mixed.
Fine.
When you mix those two, what you get is ignorance. And ignorance leads
you
to
say your decision ends in stupidity.
That's how going.
Ignorance
leads you now into making errors, wrong decision, acting stupid, behaving childish, behaving irresponsible. Because you've already lost your sense of reasoning now.
So you know what?
That what happened?
You know what can redeem you at that point? That professionalism, that education. And that's why you see when someone get disappointed in your so-called educated people, that's the point. If your education and exposure cannot put you above petty emotional and sentimental issues, then you are not properly educated. Seriously, then your education has problem. So you'll be passing around, you get all the doctoral degrees and all kinds of masters and passing around here, for some of them from degree mill. But whatever the case, you claim to be very, very educated.
And that's
right?
a mistake we make. We
But
take,
then-
we take degree to be education in
So-
Liberia. Only in Liberia we can take degree to be education.
The quality of your reasoning are so, disgusting. Your reasoning is so disgusting. Then you still want to respect. So that how you can look just empty, you can compete internationally, you can compete with your peers, you got to come by here in this country, you're going to America, you pass around, the corporate environment cannot absorb you because the quality of your education versus the reasoning potential and capacity of your very self is so bereaved and below the standard that outside Liberia, you cannot be absorbed anywhere that has same gaining looking. They pie around all there, no way. They gotta be either throwing Chimo in America and other things, scheming and be acting like doing so and stuff, so they gotta come by here. Because if you're that sophisticated and qualified, your qualification must be able to put you at any level. Like if everything I do here now, if I go Ghana, I'm not able to secure a job for myself, then I mean the quality of my education. Myself, I will not even wait for somebody to tell me. I will declare it.
Or probably the system there will not be. Maybe probably the system there will say no, we can't absorb it because of Ezra. Maybe the system will say, but it is
Yeah, no,
unlikely.
it
It is highly unlikely that a system will be built to reject you.
To reject you. But
It's highly unlikely.
in America, the system will not be.
No.
Why you see Nigerians, Ghanaians, and other national are all in the American corporate system because the way they come. But look at Sam Gay, look at the decision he's taking. The kind of elementary security blunders. Elementary security blunder. The first major blunder they have, they go sit down, the VIP got intruded.
Yeah.
The VIP got intruded. Up to now, he said he was doing report. No report.
No investigation,
No
no
investigation, nothing. You compromise the security of your own VIP. Then you come here, you threatening and endangering the lives of former president. These kind of conversations, like Austin said, are supposed to be what? Classified. But let me.
You should be surprised that one day, the EPS director will pressure him, will say, but I only 50 EPS officer we assign 50 EPS officer to Joe Braga, 25 to your 25 in your convoy. Then we get a woman 15. Then we get a chairman and 2. And don't be surprised at the EPS. Because if you can be that brave or that stupid, not even brave, if you can be that challenge to the strength of a security detail to the former president, to 2 former presidents, what else you can do?
So let me read this publication that I saw this, and I found it very, very interesting and can be tied into what is it? Say as Bouaka clocks 56 days in presidency, nothing has changed. Lawlessness, exchange rate balloon, acts of bad governance becomes visible, and this is just exactly what we are saying. Lawlessness on the increase, even more than what it has ever been. Violation of every laws in the country, right? Then the bread and butter issue that they campaign on are being ignored. They're not even concerned about the bread and butter issue. People are suffering. People's homes are burning. But they are more concerned about how they can attack President Weah. How they can attack CDC.
They call it coming from the medical school. I have a lot of colleagues in the medical school there. They coming from the medical school yesterday. We have our normal United Marriage conversation, Then another female colleague decided to bring in politics. And jokingly she said, Mama, we say about the opposition for 6 years. Then when she said we say about the opposition for 6 years, another colleague in the conversation said, "You're saying about are you talking here? You're saying the people about the opposition for 6 years. Instead of you telling the men to talk about how 2 more nothing, how 2 more hours stopping, which are now under the people government. Then you talking about saying about the opposition, and that's how all of us started laughing.
And I didn't want you to be making laws. They used to be passing in.
So we laughed about it, but it was serious. And the guy said, "No, I'm serious." Some of us, the only source of income we have as medical students here That is stopping. With all that stopping, we get nothing to do. Our provisions have gone low, so we cannot even buy pamphlets and books. Nothing. We have to do external research and reading outside the lab. So we're sitting here 2 months. The man says 36 years under CDC government. Now one day, any student here will tell you, say, we need to get our benefit, our studies stopping on time. This is the first time it is happening. See, I've been on the dome here.
And there is no hope that it will happen.
That will happen soon.
You come and get it soon.
And there's nobody even having conversation with them. Nobody. They help me show. They don't even know where to go. They're in all of the chat rooms.
But in what we can say, the autopilot.
About their benefits. Nobody.
The president. Okay.
She said, I had to go to the ball, man. You know, I had to. But at the end of the day, folks, these things become serious. Yesterday, I decided to stop Douala and walk into the market. The people are angry, Amu. I swear to God. I mean, I have to do this. The people are angry, folks. I shouldn't lie to you, they're angry. Take your microphone. I called the other. I want to report. I told him he needs to take the microphone to Douala. They came out to Douala today to go to Douala market and talk to the people and see and hear what they think. On Saturday, on the holiday, on Friday we are going to have to practice. You know, we're going to practice on Friday during the holiday last week. Two of my colleagues, one works with NASCOP, the other works with UBA. We're all on the same inactivity, Ottawa team. And we were having a conversation about the price of burger rice. The other guy from UBA said, no, burger rice price increase. He said, I'm selling rice. I said, how much are you selling? He said, I don't know the price of burger rice. I can buy, I know my way selling rice, but I don't know how much for the bag. I said, no, you can't do this. The other one from NASCOP, I think yeah.
You know, for hunger.
You can't.
The community will be hungry. So when you come face with justify say represent or how long you keep doing it?
So the other calling for NASCAR said things prices are stable. We getting paid. We getting paid on top.
Correct. I think that person was being sarcastic.
Probably he was, but I don't think he was. So when we in the middle of the conversation, he said the only thing we can say, the only challenge we have now is to pay salary. I thought you said getting paid only to pay salary. But the message in there is hey, there's a difference between the average Liberian, financially, speaking from the financial terms, the average Liberian and the ordinary, people who living below the line. People who cannot afford at least $200 per day. That is a representation of $1. You go to Douala and have that conversation and tell people in Douala say things prices are low, they were chasing with rocks. Ask the police, ask that one or two. I think one or two or somebody. They're going to Douala to spread the rocks on the sidewalk. He looked at the lady, I think I'm nursing for me. See, the old man selling a fish, the fish got so sand on the fish, the bad play. They said the old man should go behind the line. The man said, my son, when I go behind the line, who will see me? Who will see my market? What I will eat? How do you buy my market for me to eat? He took a $500 note and gave it to the old man. For the old man to go behind the buy something to eat. After everything, I walked to a senior police officer and said, do you know the message that old man sent to your boss just now? Oh man, I just want money to eat. I said, anyway, you probably lay me out. Because somebody who probably lay me understanding. Do you know how many persons that go to sell in other places just to afford him to Martin just to eat? That's not investment. They just want to have something to eat every day. So they go to that hand to mouth. They didn't make these problems. They didn't bring these these problems. They inherited these problems and they were struggling to fix them or stabilize them. That's why we saw all these different austerity measures were mopped up and different things, macro loan programs and all of that. Yes, they were not sufficient. But our opponents, the Unity Party, they use those situations and those instances to present the Weah government as an incompetent government, an unserious government that was doing nothing to solve the problems. From the very get-go, they started with these rants. Can I say in their favor? I don't want to think so, but to some extent, it affected the Weah government. Today, they are in power. Instead to find a solution to the that Liberians, the ordinary Liberians, are concerned about. Look at all Baka's policy action. Baka has not made one policy decision on LDC. Baka has not made one policy decision on importation regime. We want those who importing rice, those who importing fuel, those who importing different essentials. He has not made one policy statement on it. Nothing. Because of that, the people in Douala are still telling you the price of the onion bag increase. They buy and they pay the money, so they have to increase the price. Today, one onion will cost you the minimum $20. You can't even find $10 onion in the market. Today, people tell you, imagine imported fish, imported chicken. The people say they go to buy one carton of chicken, they have to add additional $800. That's almost $5 US on a carton of chicken. These things are happening just in 3 months on a Joe Baka. You think the book concerned about who replaces who stays at NASCOP? You conversations. These for the elite and the intellectual class and the elite level, in fact. But the conversation that the ordinary people are concerned about is what they eat on a daily basis, how they get it to eat, how they can afford electricity.
The government doesn't care about that.
John Baka does not care, and the only reason why he does not care because he's not in charge of the country.
Political opponents.
The people that they are concerned about the jobs. That's why you see them chasing jobs. We used to see Maguire leading a team to tour the port, the storage facilities for rice. We saw Mr. Weah on many occasions left his office, left his comfort, and went to tour different rice facilities to inspect and make sure that rice, they know the quality of rice in the country and how long it's going to last the country. We saw him do that on a routine basis. They don't do them. Mr. Baka has not toured one import facility since he became president. No. Today, we are hearing monies in continuance, passing through the poll, coming to central bank, and all these kinds of things. The government is still that lip on them. Who told you money can come in country? If money can in country are legal, it must be legal, that's all. No, but you can't be that lip on the issue. When money come in the country, they see people. So they're not crying. But when there are issues are concerned with them, then you speak to the issues that concern. Because they say, cause serious problem of job, we are in 2018 where 16 million getting messy. But so folks, nobody is in charge of the country. Everybody running their phone cliques and everybody is running their own thing. They divided the country into sectors, in different sectors, and turn them over to cliques. Baka is sitting there sleeping. Somebody on the other side, when he sleeps, he wake up again. They feed him with food, they feed him with ice cream. He said now in a wheelchair, in a whole riding around. They men living in wheelchair. That when you come outside, you be pretending. If you go to Burger Hut, Burger in wheelchair, he's riding wheelchair in your hall. While Kofi who's there in the executive mansion making that decision, Prim in Capitol Building making their own appointments. Joseph Boakai, Gino, and Tama Boakai on the other side bringing that being and that black money people and that money launderers in the country to do business with them. The Unity Party help and Luther Tabe is on the other side engaged in the gangster raising and removing people, dismissing people arbitrarily at different levels, and employing Unity policies who up going through the referral processes. And you say witch hunting? Some of those people have not even gotten job for the entire life. You gave them 2,000 jobs at MPA. You think they're going to live there forever? That 6 years they're going to wait for. The new government comes in, they see when you replace people and dismissing them arbitrarily. They will dismiss those people. What case? CDC does not win. UP does not win. There will be a political party that will win. You think the people will stay there? Do not. So, folks, at the end of the day, the interest of this country for all is our concern. Not Joe Boakai's feelings. Not Yombi's feelings. Not Luther Tabe's feelings. No. We about how this country is governed. Jeremy Pierre must own up to that mistake. The John Security, I really want to know what has the John Security done? The Minister of Justice? He's concerned about the PK, ERU officers are killing people in Kinjo. Different situations just all over the place. We're told that a fresh protest is being organized in Nima with Metasti people. That's what we're told. And they're going to organize a protest simultaneously with Metasti, Bon Kante, and Grand Bassa.
Oh yeah, beginning April, most of these things have been cooking, and beginning April going now, you start to see them. So I know as much as Liberians have been tight-lipped on some of the suffering they're going through at different level, but they have also been, there is this window period which is not universal, but Liberians, in their own mind, we just give government without window period. So most sectors have given Boakai that window period of 3 months. The burning issues that they're encountering, they've waited to see the intervention that Boakai will make. The Kinjo people, it reached a point where so they had to come out because he had gone on campaign and promised the people that in the first 30 days he was going to act, his government was going to do something. That's how you saw the Kinjo people came out sooner. But there are more people that will come out, and we're telling you that more protests at different levels that will happen because the first thing first is that the president and the government has not demonstrated the care and concern for the welfare and the well-being of the people in all of the different areas they are. Whether it's the medical school children, whether it's the factory workers, the concession workers, whether it's the communities in which the concessions are operating, and all these things are happening. So, folks, this conversation is highlighting the breakdown in the rule of law and the perpetuation of bad governance under the watch of Joseph Boakai, evident by all the areas that we've highlighted. All the area, whether it's the CB, whether it's this one, is that one, is this other one, that other one, this other one. Since the government decided and was granted the authority to print new banknotes, every importation has been publicly announced by the Central Bank of Liberia. And the nefarious action that was seen and reported with trucks transporting Liberian dollar banknote without any information smells something. And we are giving the Central Bank of Liberia the leverage to come out and speak to this matter, or the government of Liberia to speak to it. If they do not, all of our puzzles will put them together and will tell you why they secretly brought in the container of money, and they did not tell the Liberian people they were bringing it. Independent journalists and other people had to go there, and decided to stand for their country and expose it. This is dangerous. But these are the people that said they were bringing change. The prices of basic commodity are skyrocketing. Families are suffering. Families are crying. Where people stay to get their daily bread, pay their children's school fees, the yana boys, street vendors, and all that, without any alternative, you've seen your men down there. They've cleared the people from the street. Oh yeah, the people are now reacting now because you know why? Most of them finish paying their children's school fees. But schools will soon close. By the time school is about to resume, information sheets start coming. The poor businesses have been sitting in the house for months. They are not selling. No money. That's when they will come. And we will encourage them to come and ask the government to pay their children's school fees. That's when you have to declare free tuition all across the country. Because the place that people can go to get money to pay their children's school fee, you say they will move from there. They're not moving from there now. Because you won't settle for the American librarians. And you know, they say, oh, the moral too jam. Everybody not coming. They say that, look at even Macklin Street, you can't pass there. These are the people's survival lines. If you want to remove them from there, you must give them an alternative survival screen. What has this government done? Nothing. All we know they've done is to collect money from Lebanese people, refurbish Braka's home, and BMs will take Braka children, they will travel around the world, they will come back to the country here, and they'll be doing all kinds of things they want to do, folks. We will open the phone lines, engage your thought. What is on the security subject? What is on the arbitrary dismissal? NTA, I'm told, they are moving now to communicate with their folks at CSA and, of course, Ministry of Finance to remove all those from the payroll, from the civil service payroll, and bring them into the institution. That would be the cleverest way of dismissing them. This is bad. This is witch hunting. And Braka is doing it. When we tell you, say, the country is set for danger, this is where it's coming from. But when we transition to Prince Johnson, outbursts and conversation, then you know exactly what we are going to. So we will interact with our cash app people, and then we'll take 10 calls on these conversations before then we can transition to something else. So what do you
so let's give some money out. Those of you who may have won, let's call you and give us some money. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Please tell us your name. Where are we speaking with you from?
I'm Fala. I'm driving from Singa.
From Sinka. You play our Freedom Cash giveaway this morning.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure you received your message.
Yes. I received 2,500.
2,500. Congratulations. How many times have you played?
I started playing it today. I played 3 times.
Okay. You can encourage others to keep playing, and you too, you are still qualified to play. Even though you have won, but you are qualified to play.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. Let's call the next successful winner here. 880886. Let's call the next person. Next winner 0886 2828 60. Okay, yeah, that's the number. This is our second winner on the show for today. So this person's phone is ringing. You can keep playing as we speak with our winners. Just dial *799# and follow the instruction, and then you'll be part of the show today. Who knows? You could just walk away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. So just dial *799#. Press enter. Oh, this is a lucky winner. Okay, let's give him or her the second chance, and then we call the third winner, and then we go to something else. Okay, this person should be listening to the show. So, someone can be glued to the radio and you put that phone down and forget about it.
And the phones sometimes are on silent.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the chat window. This person's phone keeps ringing. I know the person will call back 0880-738-738 500. This person is our third lucky winner for today. So the more you play, the more you stand a chance to win. You have to keep trying. You see, others are winning. Some are lucky their first attempt to win. Some have played 5 times, some have played 10 times, some have played 11 times, but they are still winners. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are fine. How are you this morning? Okay. I know you play our Freedom Cash giveaway.
Yeah.
How many times did you play?
Today make it 5 times.
Today. So today you play 1 time?
What?
Today you play 1 time today?
I played 2 different times.
Okay. 2 different times today. Congratulations to you. I'm sure you received text from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you call your name?
My name?
Yes.
Mustafa Golafali.
Mustafa Golafali. That name sounds familiar.
Wow.
Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations on your winning. You can keep playing, even though you are a winner, but you are still qualified to play. And then we encourage you to encourage others to play as well. Thank you very much. That's let's call the 4th winner, and then we go to our call line and speak with some of you on the issues we discussed here today. So this person is our 4th lucky winner on the Freedom Cash giveaway today. 0887. Oh, looks like I got 0887 now. 0887 41 09 410902. Okay, this is our 4th winner for today. Let's call this person and see whether he or she will pick up.
Hello.
Okay, very vigilant on your telephone. Good morning to you.
How you doing, sir?
We are fine. How are you doing this morning?
I thank God.
Did you play our Freedom Cash giveaway?
Yes, I play.
Okay, and have you received message from our partners?
Yeah, I received a message saying I win $2,550, but is it actually real because I checked my account?
Okay, $2,500.
Yeah, so you just check your account. We be asking whether it's actually real.
Oh, you asking whether it's real?
Yeah, because I checked my account.
Yeah, so go check your account.
Okay, so you only received the text.
Yeah.
Okay, so go and check your account. Go and check your account and make sure what is you know what real. Okay, but anyway, he's right to be skeptical too.
Yeah, he's right because he meant
Yeah, but you are live on Freedom FM, by the way. You are live on the radio. Okay. What's your name? Okay, Double. Go ahead, check your account here. Congratulations and enjoy your 2,500. You are still qualified to play, even though you won, but you are still qualified to play, so you can play again. Okay. Man, see, you saw the test, bro. You know, go check your account, make the money in your account. It will be sure now that you won. But I think those are the first 4 winners.
Okay, so let's move now and hear from you on these issues in our country. 0776104104, 0886-500-104, plus 231-886-500-104 are the numbers to call. All the lines are buzzing already. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu Sherry, and good morning, Austin Kawa.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Edward Joa Banga, and I'm phoning you from my parents' resident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abu, I don't really know why educated people always making mistakes in this country. Self-proclaimed educated people. Because to discuss security matter, how security matter in the public clear by information minister, if Bwaka in charge, information minister should have been dismissed.
I like that. If Bwaka was in charge.
Sure.
I like that.
It should have been dismissed.
Right now, nobody in charge. Everybody running their own show.
Yeah. I mean, modern level, common ministry.
Okay, beast them all.
It should have been dismissed. right now, but no one is in charge. I want to believe that. So, also, we beg you guys, you're showing favor. Keep putting out this thing. Prosperity will join you guys. No radio station yesterday, no barrage of radio station that will be taking president. Where are they now? They are dead. The civil society people, they are dead. But we know that the woman does not able to lead this country. Trust me, in the mega money CPP, what program learn, you saw President William managing CPC from 2005.
Okay, all right, my brother. Thanks a lot. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Akweti. I call from Gogajosi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get clarity on the Freedom Cash giveaway.
Which clarity you want to get?
Yeah, I placed on a full time having year one, even $5 LD. I don't know how you people doing it.
Okay, so we will go back with the steps again and educate you on the smart way to play. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm fine. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my brother, we saw people in this country that were going the wrong way. Joseph Walker, my brother, Joseph Walker said he was looking at credentials. But the plan is the point. If I plan for the next getting letter, plan for change your name on the appointment list, my brother, you see that? So it means that Joseph Walker is not in charge. He doesn't even know what's going on. President, we are getting the list. Then you're watching there. Who are you? We expect Joseph Walker to be some plan for at this time.
No, but we don't have facts. I'm not sure Kula has the authority to change it.
My brother, I am telling you something.
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you something. I am telling you straight. I am telling you a reliable information that let me give letters to people and then they are doing enough profit in some ministry agencies. I'm telling you reality.
That won't buy plenty. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Zomoya Fofana. I'm calling from Mambasa.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Abu, also thank you very much for the show. You know, all of you discuss on and just say that laugh, you know, that woman worker because all of you say you do the campaign and go out you know more anyone that do. Anyone that will see happening in the country that will not support because woman worker is not getting the ability to govern this country. All the men around woman worker they are hungry people now. They only need to raise themselves and go back to the place where they coming from. You can see I want to go around the woman. Who are not getting a children and why that struggle as someone like here, like bad children. No, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful. Tomorrow, don't leave a position you get to tomorrow when someone else is now, they start doing the same thing to you. You gotta be very careful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Brenda Red calling from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
My attention is drawn to we are concerning the security issue.
Okay.
Because EPS security is was denied. That I can remember in this country when Emily has power. She has security, EPS security assigned to run Lagos police.
Mm-hmm.
The image is that Walker as an ex-vice president at that time had security assigned to him. So why should he deny an ex-president security? Let the other say what happened at the Rabat International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
It showed that we are not safe in this country. So if I were president, I would sue this government to the ECOWAS court. And then request the ECOWAS to get here because it shows that it's not safe. Even if they give him EPS security, you can trust him.
I agree.
So thank you.
Thank you very much. Very profound. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, you're live.
Yes, this is the last of the young comment from Incan.
Mm-hmm.
Our people, the Liberian people, made a big mistake. And this mistake will be covered by 2029. We told the people the rescue team did not come to help rescue the king. to steal the kingdom, to destroy everything that our president said. But the most important part of enjoying this thing is about the worker code. The worker code is that they can't even own the day. Because we have Prince Johnson, a lot of people were there. So that was the problem for the country. But right now we can see Jack coming here on the day.
All right, thank you very much. We will go there. Let me take 3 more and then we move. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Let me tell Joseph Waka. Joseph Waka, that little boy, we say, if we were the power, he was the first of complying before the election commission and now resort. Well, somewhere you want for we are a king. Ever a church, for instance, there's so. Secret, you want to have secret. Eddie Johnson said he want to have secret. Or the what they want to do, you know what they don't want secret. They can use secret. They must tell somewhere our John man we are. They must tell somewhere he.
Okay, that's the message. Thanks a lot, Ma Annie Moses. Ma Elena, let's hear you.
Yes, Abu and Austin, your morning. How you
doing? Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Happy belated anniversary. You, let me tell you, my people. Joseph Waka. You know what they think? You can hear about push again. Hello?
Hello?
You can hear about push. You want to move push from on the street? They push children, they move on the street already. They move.
For what? The children stay in the street.
Amen. So Rose. You know that DAB men were there. That they were there, the time the armed robbers. Those days, the time the armed robber used to go steal. They the one used to send the people. Let me tell you a story. They the one used to send the people today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they were complaining about? Push. They men were there now, you know, where rest the people, they can take the money from the children.
Mm-hmm.
That money they want. They don't want it, nobody charge from on the streets. You know how much they are eating? You know it. Austin and Abu, you say I say. You know how much they not eat now from the people. They're not serious to take it. You don't see the push carry on the street. They move there. They move one person in three months time. They wanted to do everything possible. But now they're telling us to wait. The DEAB men that they eating the money for the church, that money they want because they know those people can get money. Let me tell you now. No, I want to apply your take on the record.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Abu, good morning to you and good morning to Austin. Good morning to all of your followers. So I joined you this morning from around Chickatam. This is Hussein Kale. Thanks always for the privilege. So I listened to you and let me respectfully disagree with the issue of.
If you do blind loyalists, I'll cut you off.
I mean, why you always give me tough time, man?
No, I just won't let you know in the meantime. No, right now we get patient for all that thing. You can't do blind loyalty to Waka or cut you off.
You know me very well. You know me very well. I'm a realist. Now, I listen to some of the callers and even you guys saying the president is not in control. The president has the right to appoint, ministers and directors. That's a constitutional right. So if somebody says the president is in control, then I'm getting confused because no ministers that are then appointed by the president will appoint another person. That's a person who is correct.
Two persons were appointed for the deputy ministerial position at the Ministry of Health. Subsequently, wait, listen now. Subsequently, the president issued a statement recognizing it as a mistake by his team, and they were supposed to correct it in, I think, the next day or about a week time. And it has been 1 to 2 months, nothing has happened. Who's in charge?
So, Abu, fine. So these are administrative errors now, right? And like I always say,
Hussein. You see, there's one reason why we give you a chance to interview because we admire your bravery. You trust me, but bravery does not mean senseless. Then you got to respect each other. Sure. Show. No, Chief.
If you allow me to disagree, if you allow me to disagree on your platform, you have already created a space to disagree.
Sure.
Why if I'm disagreeing, then you have issues?
No, I don't have issue. We are Chief administrative error in the full house. In the special assistant to do a list, and his special assistant placed the wrong person name on the list, and he acknowledged that it was an administrative error. Does it take 2 weeks to correct? Nominating somebody as deputy to have ministry?
Austin, everyone has different approach towards different issues. You understand?
No, it's not about they want to
you agree, right? Well, Austin, the way you will respond to things, you don't expect Abu to respond the same way. You understand? So the president is concerned about those things. He's not forgetting.
I'm concerned now. You're not the presidential spokesperson. The two persons going for confirmation. They're going for confirmation tomorrow. The two persons going tomorrow. So how long does it take Baga to correct the mistakes?
Uzi, you can try sometime, but you can't make it a problem.
So you asking all of the questions. I thought I should learn.
We're not asking you questions. We're correcting you.
Just a second, put it to end. I think the president is.
I'm the one Baga can get the ball here. They join. Go sit down. Forget about calling on the radio for.
No.
Yeah.
What job do you? What job do you? No, listen now. That opportunity we're giving you. What job do you want? Let's help you advocate for you to get it.
Yeah, just they make you a job because you make you.
Where you want to go? Where you want to go? You want to go to play a man Kuba pass away, or you want to go to Emmanuel Fa?
Abu, you're a friend for the past 5 years.
Yeah, but I want to help you now. They may not listening to you. They may not listen to you.
This is not a job, my brother.
But man, you're not offer. That's how you want job. Your course on our friend ain't coming. Hey, yeah, police over my man. I did. They're all taking. They can't yet.
Thank you. Masisi, Mama, you gotta give who's in here late job.
Yeah, at least you guys are heads of entities. Y'all help them. Y'all put it somewhere, you know. They may be calling for long.
They play Amos names can be scared to can't talk.
From the capital, they may be calling. Like they may Cooper pass away in my father. Like 3 people like really used to get muster the bravery to call here and disagree with us. And 2 weeks we gave them the space.
Good morning, Masisi.
What female you can?
Yeah, I'm doing, Papa.
But who is strong?
Yeah, we're strong, man. We'll always be strong. You can never give us 6 years with Easter Iron Waka. I want to get no leverage here.
No.
No, let who see carry ball is problematic. I don't know what you want. They want a bar will come and defend or show yourself. It's simplicity around here.
Damn it.
I'm not getting anything. Yeah.
I'm
telling you, Papa, I told Uncle who see because what a bar you will come and defend it. So I think the way you're saying the photo can't get you, let Josie go say that. I think what you're looking for.
Yeah.
To get let Josie go say, what are you fighting for? Nothing you fighting for. We're fighting to rescue that job now. That is the people. You see the thing wrong. They all make up. I'm be more when you don't from God. You will go take for any position. You all say you think about food better in the country red going there. You hear me now, but you go to a lot of up and say, oh, the president said, oh yeah, this and that. It's so that way shameless. When they want out there, say, oh, that's why they say, oh, no, we'll go back, go to reset. For what reason? You told the people hungry, you after job, you told the people to rescue us. Water. A restless government you brought to us today, put the government, they brought party to us. Everybody to buy him, my country is falling about. I think to guarantee where I lose. Because this is the thing when you go coming to Africa, we get to the foreign. He carry a hidden gun, the okay in the country, you go for a Africa. For what reason? What are you getting for Africa now?
Wait, the matter is saying go put a gun on your friend.
Yeah, go put a friend. We saw it on live. We saw it.
Also, wait. The gun when you think that in, I ain't carrying go get a friend.
Yeah, I can go for a friend to get a friend too. So go get a friend and you talk about going say it. Not saying what you're coming back. We can't say that you let me on your mama for Abu. Something to do the right thing. They can't get a shit out of criminal for pastor.
you.
Now, Pastor Badman already used to eat in blue office, so
Yeah, offering small in more than that. People,
Yeah, still money.
you know, for raise some money.
Reckless man. You see that he working, you're not working. The best thing that you say when people see you with
Oh, thank you, Mercy. Mercy. Yeah. So we come in transition, and you know, Austin, a lot of our listeners have asked why have we not said anything. People seems to be very, very interested in our own little analysis about everything that happened in the country and all that. So this Prince Johnson stuff came out, and there's been this concern as to why we have chosen not to speak to her. I told them no. We order our conversation, and in the order of precedence, and of course the order of importance and urgency and all of that. But it does not mean that we're not going to look at the Prince Johnson situation. So now, hey man, what the thing I'm trying to get, and I'm trying to get it quick, so I will play it so you will listen. Where Mr. Johnson is saying, we just want you to hear it. We just want you to hear it, and then we come from there.
So what Abu is trying to put that on, we like to assure all of you who are playing our Freedom Cash giveaway that just us, the remaining winners will call you on tomorrow. We'll call you up tomorrow prior to or before we start the show. We'll call all of you before we start the show. We'll have to do due diligence to make sure that all of you who are winners daily on our shows are called on the show to speak with you and congratulate you and encourage you to encourage others to keep playing. So on tomorrow we'll call the remaining winners so you can keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. You have a few minutes to keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway on this platform. But there are other people who will come after us too, so you can keep playing. It's a whole day thing. Once you have an announcer on the radio, that announcer's dashboard will be open for you to play. So we'll screenshot the winners, and then we'll call the remaining winners tomorrow on the show. Somebody asking about what?
Somebody asking about, the procedure on how to play. That they have played some 23 times, and that they have not won. And I believe I've told somebody, I said the way you play sometimes account for that. For example, if you count on Freedom Money Rise, you play one time, you don't win, then you leave it. Then you wait again, another show come. So every day you do it like that. You say, are we playing one time until I win? Sometimes it makes your chances of winning difficult. But for example, if you have, 600, you say, okay, Freedom Money Rise, from 7:30 to 10 o'clock, I will play, right, 6 times. Your chances of winning, because you're right in that frequency, you're right within there. So everybody playing, your number starts to pop up.
Yeah.
And then the possibility now for you winning is higher at that level. Then when you decide, you just play on one show, you move from there, you wait for the other show, you play. So you will play plenty of time like that. It will be hard for you to win.
Because the thing is a draw. So he won't be, the numbers are not sitting down, and he won't be deciding the numbers, selecting the numbers.
No.
It's a whole draw. It's an electronic draw. So he won't be getting access to it. It's just an electronic draw. So how our partners electronic system is formed or is programmed, we do not even have access to it. No, we do not know how the electronic stuff is done. So it's an electronic draw. All we have to do here is to follow the procedure to get the numbers out, the winners out through their numbers. That's all we do. So yeah, people will play, they will win. Some will play, they will not win. Some will play short term, they will win. Some will play many times, they will not win. That's why it's a raffle.
It is a raffle draw. Let's hear this.
I'm sorry for who is the potential leader they see. So they're blocking him. They took all the ministries, all the public corporations, and they gave MDR one ministry labor.
Okay. So somebody was arguing yesterday that Senator Kun said they gave Nimba County one other brother was arguing on one of my posts the senator said again Nimba. The man not say Nimba. The man say MDR. Sometimes because they are Bwaka Bene, you get listening problems. When people say something, you have to take your time to listen to what the man has said. Then you will be able to understand exactly. Then just jumping and be saying all kinds of things.
CPP and ANC.
Exactly.
They are only around the woman and destroying. They are around this man and see you hold them spiritually and physically, worker will do nothing tangible. Because they don't want you to succeed itself in 2029. I'm sorry for Kuhn. Kuhn is a potential leader they see. So they're blocking him, they took all the ministries, all the public corporations, and they gave MDR one ministry labor. Kuhn himself to putting people all over the place, even without asking me, say, Papi, give me 4% to head. No, you're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They are filling all the positions.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said that. Then they want Gono, America to be secretary. Other than what the caucus agree on. We agree on Sonda. She's a lawyer. She had an NGO there. She will help a lot of people there. Because, are you there?
Yeah, getting you.
Because Kou, Mape Gono, we are told that front to my girlfriend. And Kou,
what I'm going to do, national discussion.
So they want the guy to go to this country, so all the contracts in the country can be given to fraud. With all the $1 billion you get, in that time we're making money. Every small business is that. And you mean it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anytime you go to fraud or anything, you want you to bring your house as a collateral. So however, they also want your employer. What to put in, but with the unfortunate event, when we're going to debate the work rapport on the floor of the Senate, I want people elect mine to join us in debating it because there are laws that prevent any such code from being established here.
But do you think that, Senator, do you think that Yan will debate the issue when it comes to the war crime code? To debate against it?
Yeah, when I'm debating with a UP man.
Yeah, what I'm saying. So supporting a non-tangible.
I'm going to name the premises to you that because of that, I don't want to support you. I'm supporting Mark Brown, the county inspector.
Yeah, that is the best.
Good. And it is at this point I want to hold this here. You see, these are very sensitive revelations that has been made by the Unity Party Alliance Messiah. Senator Prince Johnson is indeed the Messiah of the Unity Party because he delivered them the victory. You can't take it away. All about hook or cook, whatever he did during the election, the campaign, everything. But he brought them here. And we told you that because of the ill intent on which the marriage was consummated between the MDR, Senator Prince Johnson, and the United Party of Joseph Nima Boakai, this was not in the interest of the Liberian people and it was not going to go anywhere, that it was going to crumble to the ground. This is it. And this is the manifestation. This is the recording that have come public, but there are several of them. Today, I'm going to be very brief, and I do not want to beat on Senator Johnson this time around. But sometimes you have to be rational enough to put yourself in other people's shoes too for once and look at the debate from the other side. I think this is going to be my second, I'm trying to do this again in relation to the same Prince Johnson man. Right? As I did with the war crime code thing, we had to look at the other side too. So now, why is this early outburst from Senator Johnson? Why is the breakdown in the relationship? Why is the senator now declining and announcing that he will put up a candidate against the Unity Party in Nima County when they are supposed to be in an alliance? Is Senator Johnson frustrated? Is he disappointed? Are his disappointment justified? And that's the point I want to look at it from. I believe as much as, right? I do not agree principally with Senator Johnson, but seeing him as a human being who goes into an arrangement, an agreement with another party and blah, 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 and all that, I think his disappointments in Joseph Newman Boakai are justified. The satanic nature of their marriage is not too much my concern right now, because I know and agree that that marriage was satanic, demonic, and it was not done in good spirit. So it was bound to crumble. But now, when people do you good, good moral teaches us to return good with good, but not good with evil. So when you have a human being in your midst who has the ability to always pay good with evil and always take actions, and you know that hurts other people, society have to look at them too. Society have to look at them, and that's why we are looking at this whole conversation from a standpoint of understanding the morality in Senator Johnson's anger. Senator Johnson compromised a whole lot. He compromised his cherished relationship with Mr. Weah and all the benefit that came as a result of that, just to support this old man and give him his life dream of becoming president of this country and a guarantee assurance, whether the health and everything. And now he sits there. And the first thing the man does is to repay Senator Johnson with ingratitude and humiliation. I think on the other side, it exposed how devilish and wicked Joseph Boakai is. Joseph Boakai is a mark of ungratefulness. And the attitude is a classic demonstration of what Henry Costa would consider an ungrateful son of a swan. This is equal to that. When people labor, when people go the extra mile for you, the least you can do is to stand for them. And this today is Senator Johnson, but this is a slap in the face of the people of Nimba County. Nimbaya must see this, whether you support Senator Johnson or not, but you must see this as a lesson and a slap in your face, because you all rally and you have an objective, you have a collective objective by which you rally around Senator Johnson. And this man, Senator Johnson advocacy has been more jobs. We are told the arrangement was a 60-40, 60-40, right? Or 30-70. That would have generally benefited Nimba County more than Senator Johnson. Not Senator Johnson won't go, the Nimbayans are going to get the jobs. The ministerial position is advocating for the Nimbayans. So it goes beyond just Senator Johnson. Mr. Boakai has demonstrated his insensitivity and ungratefulness. And this is the reason why sometimes you must understand. But this insensitivity has national security implication. Tomorrow when we come here, I will tell you why do I think and believe that this gross insensitivity by Joseph Newman Boakai has potential national security implication. And you will see from where. Folks, these are not normal times in our country. And we must all stand up to the narcissist and authoritarian nature of Boakai and his cronies, thinking that this country belongs to them and they will govern this country anyhow they feel, even if they will infringe on the rights of people, they will abuse the laws. and they will threaten the security and safety of our people, we must stand up to them and remind them. In brief, like I said, this is my initial thought about this Senator Johnson thing. Boakai has demonstrated heartlessness. You can't do that. You can't treat your fellow human being like that. Let also, the president you are, that Prince Johnson made you president. You were crawling on your belly, begging this man. They man made you president. All you have to pay him is death. All you have to pay him is imprisonment. And you people ain't looking at it morally. This old man is heartless. This man is wicked. This man cannot unify this country. All you pay Senator Johnson is wickedness, sheer wickedness, humiliation, disgrace, imprisonment. It's all you pay this man. And the form and manner in which you're doing it. Posterity. They see you sow is what you reap tomorrow. I will leave you all here, folks. And tomorrow we'll come and expand on these conversations plus other national happenings in our country. My name is Abu Sharif. Austin Kawa was here. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time in the country and be safe out there. Security is a serious concern in our country. We cannot be too sure that this government is serious about our safety and protection as a people. So be your own security. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time in Liberia. Bye-bye.
Breaking those barriers all over the world was not easy. Yesterday your mouth was shut, yeah. Couldn't make a sound. But it's such a good feeling today when I can hear them from across the ocean singing this song.